Okay, yes. My name is Jason Lovely. I'm one of the founding members of Credit Card Savers. Yeah, I mean, I live in the Los Angeles area, but I guess I want to talk more about Credit Card Savers as opposed to myself.
Okay.
So basically, what Credit Card Savers is a company that offers services, in a nutshell, that's going to help you pay your debts or pay your credit cards or even things like student loans or other types of debts um, with lower or less money out of your pocket than what you are currently spending. And then we're also going to try and help people pay those debts off faster. So we have a program that is in great need right now, and it is something that we're very excited about.
Well, that's really interesting that you're saying you can help people cut credit card debt and do all these fantastic things that you're saying. But how do you do that? Because credit card debt is a big thing. A lot of people living off their credit cards, especially with this COVID. They've been surviving off of their credit. So tell us a little bit more about this.
All right. Well,
It's a
Credit Card Savers.
three-step process. I understand, right? Three simple steps.
Yes. So first off, let me back up. So Credit Card Savers offers a program that we call our Specialized Payment Processing System, and basically it's a unique way that we're able to take in case of the three-step process, we're able to take one single payment from a customer. We call it a minimum required single payment.
One payment? You mean one monthly payment you're taking?
Yeah, we can take one monthly payment, and then we can then use that one payment to make payments towards multiple accounts that you might have enrolled in our program. So we're going to first ask you, even before we do any of those things, we're going to sit down with you, find out what your situation is, find out if you need cash flow or if you're interested in paying off debt, or maybe a combination of the two. That's what we do first. So we find out what your personal and specific situation is. And once we know that, then we're going to customize a program that's either going to put more cash in your pocket so that you have more money to spend at the end of the month, or we're going to put this program together in such a way that it's going to pay off your debts faster. So what we do is we take all of your account information for each account that you enroll in our program. Once again, we call it our Specialized Payment Processing System. So we're going to take all the account information. That information is going to be uploaded into our system, and then from there, we're going to ask you, based on our previous analysis, we're going to ask you to come up with a single payment, and generally that number is going to be less than what you are currently paying. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have three accounts, one that you're paying $300, another that you're paying $200, another that say that you're paying $100 on. So you have a total of $600. We're going to come back to you and say, hey, Mr. Johnson, what we need from you is $400, which is $200, say, less than the $600 that
Okay.
you
Now, slow
available to
down,
pay.
slow down. Let me make sure I understand what you're saying. You're saying you're going to take one payment. I'm paying on three credit cards right now. So you're going to take
Mhm.
one payment in $600. Let's say I'm paying $600 a month. You're saying, and you're gonna
Yes.
pay off multiple three cards with one payment. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, with one payment, and that payment can be less than the $600. So it's typically somewhere between 30 to 50% less than you are currently paying. So we're going to ask you, let's say in this example, for $400 instead of $600, we're going to enroll you in our Specialized Payment Processing System. Then within 2 weeks or so, 2 weeks max, all three of your credit cards are going to be paid. And then what will end up happening is that we call this process a cycle. So the cycle is basically it's basically a billing cycle. So we call it a cycle. So when you get to the end of that cycle, you're going to probably have an extra $200 or so that will go towards paying on one specific card. In the example of the $600 of credit cards that we gave. So we're going to ask you for one payment. Now, again, one or two things is going to happen. You're going to have a much larger amount to pay towards one specific card, at the end of the cycle, that can be the process, the result that you're looking for, or we're going to actually be able to put some money back in your hands if you need it at the end of the cycle. So we have a couple options with that.
No, no. Let me ask you this, Jay. I'm listening to the steps that you're explaining, and I know for a first-time listener, this all sounds. I don't want to say illegal, but it sounds like magic, pull the rabbit out the hat kind of a thing. So, what's your website? I want to direct people to go to the website as well. Can you give the audience the website while they're listening to you describe this process, so they can also pull that website up? Go ahead and give that website address, please.
Okay, so the website is creditcardsavers.net. So they can, it's all one word, Credit Card Savers with an S on the end, .net. And so I think that's a good thing that you can send them to our website, and then that way that they can get a little bit more information about our company.
Okay. Now, you were saying that the process consists of 3 steps: enroll your credit cards in the specialized payment program processing system. Pardon me, the SPPS. And then you said you pay a lowered minimum required payment. And third step, sit back and relax. We'll do all the payment processing and take care of this. So that's where we ended off. But go ahead.
Yeah, so that's actually true. So once the customer enrolls all their particular credit cards in the program, we only ask you to make one single payment, and then we basically take that payment and we distribute it amongst all of your accounts. So that's our primary, that's one of our jobs, is to make sure that all of your accounts are paid on time, and at least at the very minimum, the minimum payments will be made, or whatever the information that you provide to us about those accounts. Now, I want to say that this program is not just geared for credit cards. It can be any type of expense. But in order to qualify for this program, an individual would have to have at least 3 active credit cards. We are generally looking for a total balance of around $10,000, but that doesn't mean that we cannot help you. So what we want to, I'm saying, if you don't have $10,000 of total credit card debt, but we want to take a look at your entire situation, and that way we can determine where you might fit. So we can also enroll, say, for example, a student loan, a car payment, a mortgage, and even things like an insurance payment or even a cell phone bill.
Wow.
So the program has a lot of power.
That's fantastic.